36, clear for takeoff, traffic's on a mile and a half right base.
Clear for takeoff, 36, 245 for Echo.
Alright, well then we'll get going. Alright, so we're going to bring the nose all the way up, and we're going to keep things moving. We're going to keep it in ground effect once you lift off. The idea here is that we're pretending this is a grass strip. We don't want to get the nose all bogged down. The heels to the ground.
Airbus 10 is a beam the marina with information Romeo, back inbound for traffic patterns.
Airbus 10 Roger, report crossing I-20 for the West Crest.
Report crossing I-20, Airbus 10.
The speed up and then climb. Good. Alright, and then once you clear that obstacle, you can bring those flaps back, right?
Yeah, so once you're clear of your obstacle, lower your nose for your normal climb, let the airspeed start to build up, and retract your flaps, yep.
Alright.
There you go.
Yes. Okay, let's see our track. Not too bad. No wind really, so they shouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
Didn't say the dam, did he?
No, he didn't. So you can verify with him, just make sure he wants you to make a departure to the dam.
Okay.
Ground Prairie Tower, 245 for Echo. Would you like us to head towards the dam on this departure?
Yes.
Alright, copy that, welcome.
Just 23 Romeo, taxi ramp.
Taxi ramp, 23 Romeo.
You know, about the moment we assume that's what he wanted us to do, then he's been like, no, I wanted you to make a straight south downwind departure.
Right.
You know, so I'm always just, hey, I'd rather verify than testify. You know? That's always been my motto.
Alright, I'm back, baby.
Alright, you got the controls?
I got controls.
Alright, I've got you on a heading of a 180, 2,500 feet. We're going to head south. Like I said, let's plan to do the RNAV runway 36 into Midway.
Okay.
And the way I do it with students is I brief the students and make sure they understand you don't go visual unless you hear me say something. Okay? So, what I mean by that is you're going to descend in just like you would in actual conditions.
Left downwind for 36.
And whenever you reach your MDA or your DA, depending on what approach we've got available to us, you'll do exactly what you do in the real IFR environment. If you don't hear me say anything, then you would treat it like you don't have the runway in sight.
Yeah, okay.
If you hear me say go visual, then you'll go visual.
Okay, that works.
Okay.
Alright, so you said RNAV 36. We're going to go to procedure. We're going to select approach. And you said midway. So we're going to change this to K. And we're looking for Julia, EFG, J. Let's look at what we're doing. Alright, let's get back on course. Julia, and we're looking for Whiskey. Be Whiskey all the way there, and then Yankees. This is to work, this one. Is it just me, or did it just start to get turbulent?
It did, the moment you tried to start programming.
Alright, and then we're going to hit enter. You said the RNAV GPS 36. And then let me go ahead and get the approach up. She's just gotten turbulent all of a sudden, that's exciting. So I'm going to go to apps. Got this hold on there. It'd be nice today, wouldn't you?
You would think.
Alright, it's going to be challenging with all this. Find the bloody thing. This way.
3 Alpha Tower, runway 36, clear to land. Clear to land, runway.
I got it. Okay, so, looking from where we're coming from, Cotsey would make the most sense.
Okay.
We can put that in.
4 miles south of the wind farm, 6,500 northbound, power on call, no ADS
Look at the minimums here. Looks she's primmed really nice. You got that traffic?
Yeah, I've got them in sight, no
Right.
factor.
Cool. So minimums, this is, oh, you know, I didn't check at the beginning of my frickin' flight. The WAS and all that stuff to make sure that's working.
Yeah, you can check it once you get all plugged in.
But this aircraft is WAS enabled, correct?
Should be.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying, okay.
Yeah, should be.
LPV 953. I can't do 3, right? I'll just do 960A, round up. And why won't it let me just load it? Missing something here?
Well, it's because we don't have anything else in the flight plan.
Okay.
So since this is it, it's thinking you want to go ahead and do it. So you can go ahead and activate it.
Okay.
We'll just continue on a 180 heading for now.
Alright, so now we've got it. Oh, actually, what I want to do is, if we're going to go midway, they've got a frequency that we want to monitor, so it'll be 122.975. I want to put that in. Alright, so we've got the frequency in, so we're building it right now. We also want to get the weather frequency, which is 19575. So if I want to change that, I need to hit this 119. Actually, that's already in there, isn't it? Okay, that's the active one. Okay, so we've got our weather frequency, and we've got the frequency to talk to them over there. And then, so built it. Let's go ahead and listen to that weather, brief it, and figure everything out.
Automated weather observation 1704 Zulu weather wind 080 at 3 visibility 10 clear below 12,000 temperature 8 Celsius dew point -2 altimeter 30
Academy traffic 92751 3000 and 4 miles to the west of Valley View doing power on call.
Alright, so winds are kind of calm out of the 080 direction. They have a, obviously 36. Okay, so we've got the weather, so now we can kind of go through, we built it, and now we can brief it. I know you said the other one was bug it too, so RNAV GPS 36 is the correct plate. Obviously it's a WAS approach, so we'll check that in a second on our aircraft. Approach course is 358. We've got 6,500 foot of runway. We'll intercept Cotsey, and that's 3,000 foot altitude. Obviously we'll adjust depending on traffic and what we're doing since we're flying rated. Final glide slope inset would be mixed tow at 2,200, and then descend down to our minimums of 953 feet, which will be our decision altitude. If we don't see obviously the runway at that point, we would go missed. And our missed approach procedure is climb straight at 3,000 to Imini. You're going to turn right to track 045 degree of Chimps, which would probably be more of a direct entry looking at that. Heading back.
245 for Echo, climb, maintain 3,000.
Up to 3,000, 245 for Echo. Alright, let's bring the power in. Climb. Just monitoring those instruments. Checking these guys as well. Since we're climbing, obviously we've got to be looking at various things here, so I can bug my altitude, so let's do that. Oh, there's 3,000. Take too long on a day like today. Just make sure I'm keeping my my course. I'm 100 foot away from my altitude. So once I get 50 feet, we'll start the lift off. We'll bring the power back to kind of what we had it before. So that should require minimal trim, so about 2,000 up there on the power. Should give us that nice altitude. Alright, so we're at 3,000, there's our bug. We've got the approach loaded, altitude's bugged, heading's bugged on the current heading.
2454 Echo, cleared direct Coetzee, cross Coetzee at or above 3,000, cleared for the RNAV runway 36, midway.
Okay, this time we're cleared direct Coetzee. We'll maintain 3,000 until established, cleared for the RNAV GPS 36 to midway. Alright, so now since we've been cleared now, altitude's good. What we can do is we've got this flashing in here, so we can just hit direct to activate it, right? That's just giving me a heading now. Again, we can look at the, once we get to the heading, kind of already pointing that way anyway. Look at our GPS here. Shows 3.3 miles from Coetzee. My procedure's still in there. Why is that flashing activate approach right now? Did I not do that?
Because you can reactivate it.
Okay, but it's still good?
Yeah, so if you look in your flight plan, you can see.
That's what I wanted to see.
Yeah, you still got that. The other way you could have went direct Coetzee, since you loaded it from Coetzee, is you can hit activate approach.
I would do the same thing.
And it would have done the exact same. Yeah.
But this time what we're doing is we're maintaining 3,000 because that's the portion of the approach that we're on. Once we get to Herno, we're going to make a turn. And we'll descend down to 2,200 since we are cleared for the approach. So we'll follow those step down altitudes on here. Then Mixter's going to be our final approach fix. We'll track that path down. Now one thing I wanted to try and do, if I can remember, I need to go to my auxiliary page. GPS system. Room available.
Yeah, there's your RAIM, and then if you hit SBAS, now you can verify that the WAS is active.
Okay, cool. And then go press my full knob. How do I get out of there now? I just untick them both.
So just click your outside,
okay.
and then you can scroll back over.
Alright. So it's saying 0.3 of a mile until about, oh, it's actually wants me to turn that. We're going to turn over this. I was getting distracted with what I was doing.
Yeah.
It just shows you how you can fixate on something.
Yeah, now watch that altitude.
I'll have to go slightly past here to pull him back on that yoke a little bit.
And that's exactly how you would teach to say, hey, you know what, I got fixated working on my WAS to make sure I had all that. I overflew my course, so now I've got to make a turn a little bit past to what my initial course was because I need to re-enter that leg going inbound to Herno.
Correct.
So just like I say, use it as a teaching moment.
That's a really good example of fixation because I was trying to get that. And that should have been something that I should have done on the ground.
Right. Yeah, and so that's a teaching moment for a couple of things. One, it could have done it on the ground, and then we wouldn't even have had to worry about it in the flight. Then two, the fact that we got fixated doing that, you know, everything else over here was kind of forgotten.
Alright, getting back on course now. I'm going to put obviously the diamond where it is right now, so technically we could bug that heading.
There you go.
Altitude's good now, we're not pulling back on that sticker like we were. And then we are currently 2.6 miles from Herno, which will be then a bearing of 090. to turn on the final approach course.
South practice area, Skyhawk 2454 Echo is currently about 11 miles south of Midway, eastbound to intercept the final approach course going into RNAV runway 36, Midway. And 2454 Echo, frequency change is approved.
Copy that, frequency change approved, talk to you later. Alright, so we're going to go over here, and we can, why is it so hard for me to remember how to do this bloody thing? There we go. Alright. Okay, so heading is holding good, course is looking good. You can see obviously where we are situationally with the multifunction display, which is really, really nice.
Midway traffic.
Today's probably going to be busy, isn't it? I mean, at least we're using, I'm assuming they're going to be using 3.6 out there. So
yeah, it should be.
Just giving us a countdown to when to turn. So we've got 8 seconds. Should the altitude just dropping a little bit. Okay, and then we can turn to our heading here. Alright, so making that left turn now. Let's make it standard rate by bringing the magenta line over here. Chin altitude, we drop more, climbing a little bit actually. There we go, that's nice. Right there. Looking for coordination at the top here. This is nice because it has these lead-in turns.
Yeah.
It kind of anticipates that so you don't end up overflying each waypoint. Alright. There we go. So since this is a glide slope one, one dot high is when we're gonna we'll drop our flaps and slow down to 90. So we're on the final approach course here, so we've got 5 miles until Mixto, which is the final approach fix, where we should side slope there. Providing we maintain. Now we can descend here, so I'm gonna put some power out. Good, we'll probably get a little bit bumpy here as we go down. Try 17, let's try and get a nice stable descent. Let's put that right on here. There's a more gradual descent. We're looking for 2,200. I had a question actually here. Could you technically...
Midway traffic, line 131 Echo, 5 miles to the west.
Technically just intercept the glide slope at high altitude and then follow, or you only allowed...
Yeah, you could. You got to be mindful on an ILS because you could intercept a false glide slope, but most of the time you're fine as long as you're within how many nautical miles of the airport?
I forgot.
10 nautical miles.
Okay.
Yeah, so usually as long as you're within about that 10 nautical mile range, you're good. But yeah, you could have stayed at 3,000 and intercepted it just as long as we don't go below the altitude charted on the approach plate. So as long as we didn't, cross Mixto below 2,200, you can follow that glide slope.
So put the power back in now that we've found that altitude. A little bit low, so it's going to get it back.
Yep, so now remember, don't leave any bugs unattended. So bug your altitude, bug your heading. Those just help give you those visual cues.
So altitude, things bug, but I'm going to fly a little bit to the right of that course and then bug it again to get that diamond where it needs to be. Somewhere along those lines.
Midway traffic, free pass.
Alright, so let's see how we're doing. We're currently 2 miles from Mixto.
For runway 36, for Midway traffic.
Now don't forget, teach all this,
Yep.
keep teaching, and keep talking, and all the while, make your radio calls.
Okay. So do I get a total distance here from the airport or not?
So I mean, you can either add it up.
Okay.
The other thing you can do is you can put this, map over to nearest, and now you can see exactly how far away from Midway you are.
Beautiful, that. That's a notch high, isn't it? But I'm also high. So that was power down.
Yep, so keep teaching. What are you doing?
So we're reducing the power, because I'm noticing that the glide slope's coming in here, and we're 0.2 away. And I want to make sure I'm within flap range, which I am, so I'll put the first notch flaps in. And we want to start tracking that glide slope once we get to it here. So altitude off, we're a little bit off course. So I'm going to now. And now we can start following that down. 90 knots, so I'm going to pull more power. About 90 knot descent, we've got the flaps in here, that'll actually slow us down a bit.
Midway
So.
traffic, Sky 21706, descending into 2000.
We're just trying to keep this diamond here, basically. A 500 foot per minute descent should do it.
36, full stop. Midway traffic.
The Midway traffic, 2454 Echo is about 6 miles, 4 miles to the south of the field, inbound for 36.
Midway traffic 3502, left face for runway 36, Midway traffic.
Alright, so what we're doing here is see we've got a little bit off course on the comms, so we've got to bring that back in, but obviously sensitivity is going to increase. Glide slope's looking good.
And traffic on the downwind at Midway, you got us inside. We're doing the practice RNAV approach for 36.
We'll extend for you.
Thanks, Maggie.
Yeah, welcome.
You know who that is?
Yeah.
Alright, so we've got our course back. Glide is still looking really, really good. And basically, looking for the altitude where we're going to intercept the, which is 953. We're still looking good right now. So what we're doing right now is just keeping that diamond here, showing that we're descending at a good rate and maintaining that glide slope. Keeping the course needle to remember that it's obviously an extra sensitive time. Speed around 90 knots, which seems to be working with 1850 of power, that notch of flaps in. To make sure we're not overcorrecting here.
And we can verify we've got an LPV.
There we go.
And then also, what could we set our heading bug at?
The missed approach.
So we can do either the missed approach or we could set our minimums. Either one.
The heading bug you said?
Oh, sorry, the altitude bug.
Oh, okay, yeah. Which was 950. I think it actually finds that when you bring it down. There we go. Alright, so a little bit low right now, so we can add some power. What's that?
Are we a little low or a little
Oh,
high?
freaking high, aren't we? Okay. We'll just play with the altitude here, pull a little bit of power out, push that nose down.
Midway traffic 3502, left to face 36, Midway traffic.
Alright, so we're about 100 feet away. Got the glide slope back, course is off, so we'll fix that. I'm like sloppy today. There's minimums, I didn't hear you say to go, so I'm going to go full power, I'm going to missed. I'm climbing. Then I'm climbing, speed is good, so I'm leaving that flaps up. Let's climb to 3,000, so we're going to set that altitude.
And Midway traffic, 2454 Echo, we're going to overfly the runway, on runway heading of 3000.
Will this cycle for me, or do I have to tell it to do that?
Yeah, so
Midway traffic 3502, 2 miles.
right now it's in suspend mode,
Okay.
right? So we need to unsuspend it.
So it did it automatically.
So now,
Altitude-wise, do you want me to go to a lower altitude since we're going to be under the Bravo?
no, 3,000's fine. Yeah,
Is it?
we'll still be under the Bravo at 3,000.
Okay. Just want to verify. Alright, so now basically we're following this approach procedure, which is going to just brief that again, but we're climbing up to 3,000 on the current heading to Imini. Once we get to Imini, we'll make a right turn. 045.
21706, 3 miles, straight in, runway 36, Midway.
So you can see Chimps is going to be right in that 4,000 shelf, so 3,000's fine.
Okay.
We just got to make sure that we don't go too far north of
Okay.
our hold point. Because then we would be in Bravo.
Are you okay?
Oh, we'll stay clear of that.
Alright, so 0.4 miles, and we're just going to have to turn right to 0.5 now. So let's do that while we're climbing. So this is our basic attitude instrument that we were doing earlier, where we were practicing climbing and turning at the same time, so we have to monitor altitudes and headings. And this is why we practice that, right? For this reason. So I can see my bug come in sight there. There's my heading. Bug that. And we've still got about 500 feet to go. And then it looks like we're 5.8 miles from Chimps. And pressures, temperatures all on the green. We can turn off that landing light and taxi light now since we're out of that landing environment. Do you want me to fly the published hold here?
Yep,
Okay.
teach me the published.
Alright.
Sounds good.
Almost at our altitude, so anticipate that. Start getting the nose down so we don't overfly it. Build a little bit of airspeed up, and then we can oil out to our setting before. There's power reduction, you can hear it, you can see it. There's our altitude, we'll just mess with our trim a little bit here.
2 left to the crosswind.
Alright, so now we're trying to, you can see our course here, obviously we're paralleling it a little bit. 4.4 miles, so if you look at where we'll intercept Chimps, this will basically be a direct entry from that direct period, or part of the chart. So once we get to Chimps, what we're going to want to do is make a right turn to 160, fly outbound. This is 4 mile legs on this one, so they're not time legs. And once we get to 4 miles from Chimps, we'll make another right turn back inbound to 340. And that's when we'll be established. That's when we'll be established on the hold. Altitude. .5 miles. The wind is doing. Where's that nifty little wind? Okay, so it's right there. Okay,
Yep.
so we're pretty much a headwind right now. Okay, so things get a bit busy during that phase. You can see, made little errors here and there, but this is why we practice and this is why we learn, right? So we can grow, become better.
2 left downwind to 36, middle of traffic.
So currently altitude looks good. Power's all set. We're just trying to maintain that course, figure out what works.
706, clear of runway 36.
And we're 2 miles from Chimps. And again, once we get to Chimps, we'll bound turn. The course. You can actually see the hold starting to come in now. View. We got a nice visual with this. The times that we might expect to hold would be something like this, where we have to go missed and we fly a published hold. We can be given an unpublished hold like we did last week, which might just be for traffic, weather, various reasons. Published ones are a little bit nice because they're actually, you can see what you're going to be flying. We'll just watch that altitude. It's slowly getting away from us, so we want to be quicker on that, then it won't get sad. We're 0.8 miles. Chimps, which is our holding fix, right? So when we talk about a hold, we always have a holding fix, which the hold is built around, and it's telling me actually up here to hold direct, which is nice. Does it want me to hold direct? Okay.
That's going to be your entry.
Oh, it tells you?
Yeah, these will tell you what your entry is going to be.
Nice. Okay, and then direct to 0.4, even tells me the heading. Make a right turn now to 049 for the outbound leg.
Midway traffic, which runway are you guys using?
Looks like 36.
Watching our altitude as we turn.
Midway traffic, 5502, left base.
Yeah, I'm going right.
Midway traffic.
I was confused by the arrow because I turned the OBS, right?
Yeah, on this one we don't have to.
Okay.
Right, this one it's basically all automatic.
Traffic 733 Whiskey uniform is
It's in suspense
down from the northwest. We will
because
be joining the
we're in the hold.
left downwind for runway
Right,
26.
and we want to leave it in this mode the entire time until we're ready to exit the hold.
Then with a direct entry like this, watch my altitude. With a direct entry like this, I'm just going to fly, 4 miles and then make my turn?
Yep. 4 mile legs, and that's what it's telling you here.
Okay.
And so it's actually giving you a countdown. Yeah, it's helping you keep track of everything.
Midway 35502, final.
You know, the G1000 does a lot of
the work,
yeah.
Midway traffic, Centurion 6 Lima holding short 36 for traffic on final.
Okay, so basically now we're just waiting for our time to turn inbound on the hold. Our inbound course and head direct to Chimps. To turn inbound will be established in the hold. At that altitude, I feel like she wants to descend. I can start to feel that crook in the neck coming already. Oh, the wind up here isn't terrible today.
Oh, it's pretty calm up here today.
Alright, 3.3 miles.
Midway traffic, 733 Whiskey uniform is 2 miles inbound from the northwest. We'll be joining the left downwind for runway 36 Midway.
Let's give us a countdown of 10 seconds before we make our turn inbound.
Midway traffic, Cessna 63767 is crossing Herno for the...
And watch our altitude.
236, Midway.
Make a standard rate turn here. Our inbound heading.
And 2454 Echo, you can plan to try to do the ILS runway 31 Dallas Executive.
6 Lima departing...
Right at the ILS into Executive
traffic.
for Echo.
And just advise when you're ready to leave hold to start that approach.
I will advise 245 for Echo.
Southeast, we'll be crossing over the field, 3000, right teardrop left down with 36 Midway.
We're going to overshoot the course a little bit here, which we can already anticipate, so we're going to fly past the heading to get on there. Altitude's descending, I went too much on that. We'll get that back. When I flew outbound, I should have been on that course a little bit more, so then I wouldn't have shot past it like this. Past a little bit to get an intercept.
Midway traffic 3502, left crosswind for runway 36, midway traffic.
I've got a little bit of an intercept angle, about 20-30 degrees. Let's just start moving back in. Just zoom in over here as well with your range if you want to be a bit on. Altitude's getting back there. Course is coming in, so we don't want to overcorrect the snake, so we'll take a little bit out.
On left base for runway 36 Midway.
These are nice long legs, so hopefully with that we should have enough time to get our approach here in a second. Miles, we don't have to worry about tracking the time. This is coming in, so we'll start getting that back. There we go, now we're on the needle, so now we just need to fly that and see what the wind correction is. It's about a 1 knot crosswind factor, so it shouldn't be too bad. Alright, so there's the course coming back in, altitude's looking good, a little bit high, we'll fix that. Okay, and then we're 2.2 miles from the fix. We're now establishing the hold, so we can tell ETC established in the hold.
Traffic 98684 on final for runway 36 Midway.
My bug is a little bit over that. I want to turn to bring my bug to where I want it, right there. That heading, and see how that does. Alright, so you said I'm going to go to procedure, select approach, 1.5 miles.
Midway traffic 310-502, left downwind for 36, midway traffic.
Said to Redbird, I believe, is exact, right?
Uh-huh.
Midway traffic 98684 on final for runway 36 Midway.
OST. For now you remember the alphabet. Alright, so that's our airport, enter. Said the ILS 31.
Yep.
Enter. Then we'll do fix, as you always like to do, and then I'll figure out what the minimums are here. So I'm just going to half a mile there.
Yeah, now, like I said, what you can do, you can go ahead and load this since you're at this point, and before it gets, you know, turning and everything, just go ahead and go down to load.
Looks like I can put the...
for 36.
And that's just telling you GPS for guidance. Okay, so now it's telling us, okay, now we need to start our turn, right? It keeps us from being tempted to be looking down and trying to find those minimums. We can load those in a minute.
Okay.
Right? Right now we've got the approach loaded. We can go back and load those minimums any other time. Now we're flying this hold. This gets us back on, you know, track on what we need to be doing.
Yeah. So making a standard rate turn to the right, watching altitude, nose is coming up a little bit there. Bumped around a little bit, nothing crazy, but still to be on our game.
November, crossing midfield at 2000 feet, doing right ears up or the left down was only 18. Roman 26.
Alright, altitude's coming down a bit, so I'll anticipate that and fix it just with yoke. Within 100 feet, we can do that.
36, midway.
Catch them early, it's much easier to fix, and if they go too far. To remember when we're on the outbound leg, not to try and chase that, centering that course, because it's not going to happen on the outbound. Alright, so we're almost approaching now. Let's see where she's at here. Okay, and now we're going for a distance of 4 miles. While we do that, we can get this approach figured out. While she's flying by herself, let's bug our heading. Okay. Here, go to airports, you go away. Close exec right here. I'm gonna do drift into that. Procedure. ILS localizer 3-1. Altitude is climbing a bit, so we'll fix that. Just oaks until within 100. Maintaining the course.
Midway traffic, 767 is 2 mile final for...
Alright.
36.
Actually really close to this, aren't we? Okay, so for this approach, it's ILS localizer and runway 31 into Midway.
I've got them in sight.
Got them in sight, copy, thank you. Altitude's looking good, so what I'm doing is I'm trying to monitor both these things at the same time. Fly the plane.
Traffic.
Alright. So, one thing we could do here is get the ATIS, so we can holding it. 12635.
36 midway.
And I don't think we'll need Midway anymore. We'll need that later. So I'll put it here. Altitude's a bit high. Did I say 12635?
767, is this a full stop or a touch and go? It's a touch and go for 767. Appreciate it.
Got my weather in there. Okay, so we've got that frequency put in. We're heading back, and how far are we? 3.7 miles. I want to focus on this for 1 second to our right turn. I didn't miss it. Altitude's gone off there by 100 feet, so I'm catching that. And we're going to turn right in 3-2 seconds. Alright, let's turn right. Altitude back. Did a right turn, make sure we're coordinated. Altitude's back.
The traffic is 90.
Well, it's just been keeping busy, really. Hold the standard right there, we go. Let's try and hold that. Altitude's dropping a little bit with that turn, so let's pull back on the yoke just to get that. We expect that on a turn anyway, so standard rate.
Cessna 21706, taking runway 36, departure to the south, Midway. Midway traffic, Cessna 82 Mike number.
Looking at this, it looks like we're just going to be slightly overshooting it. Because I didn't maintain standard rate the whole time.
Midway traffic, 35502, left.
Yeah, pulling around a little bit.
36, Midway traffic. Midway traffic, 82 Mike November, short final, 36, Midway.
Midway, alright. So a little bit of an inset course here. Altitude's looking good. And we'll work on getting that course back here as we fly in. Altitude's climbing, so we'll fix that. We don't need as much back pressure now since we're not turning.
Left turn out, departure to the west, Midway.
Alright, we'll get that course back in. Alright, so we've got our ATIS frequency. We'll also need executive tower 12725. Our course back here now.
Midway.
Altitude. Okay, course coming in, fixing the altitude. Yeah, we're 2.5 miles.
Traffic.
The traffic.
And I've got them in sight. They're going to pass underneath of us, headed out.
Midway traffic,
The east.
number on 36 Midway.
Course is in. I just saw it in the peripheral. I got it in the peripheral. Okay. Alright, let's try and fix it. I need to bug my heading as well.
Traffic.
Going up and down here like a freaking seesaw. It's just because I need to trim better.
Midway traffic, 35502, left base 36, Midway traffic.
Alright, 1.5 miles. Alright, so, got you. Applies the DME, so I need to, it automatically tunes it once I load that approach, right? So the 110.75. And then it identifies for me too, doesn't it? Pretty sweet. 0.9 miles. Okay, so that's in. We've got 6,601 foot of runway. We've got our weather, we'll listen to that in a second here. And intercept Nivki at 3,000.
Midway traffic, final 35502, final 36, stop and go, Midway traffic.
Then intercept the glide slope at 2,200 at Rinvi. Down to minimums of 860. Turn right. Just need to brief the missed approach part of it and get those minimums in.
Midway traffic.
Altitude's descending again, so let's fix that. Okay, so we're just turning on that outbound heading now. Trying to maintain that altitude. A little bit past, get a bug there. Heading bug, get the altitude back, and then finish briefing this approach. There goes 3,000. Alright, so we should be stable now.
I remember, fly your, there's really not much wind.
No.
So you want to make sure you fly that outbound heading of whatever, 163, I think. And that'll keep you from getting too close to where you're overshooting that course each time.
Alright,
There
and then
you go.
missed approach procedure. Gonna be, down here. I climb to 1200, and then a climb right turn 2500 heading 90. Then the CVE radar 125 to flip CVE 38.5 DME. That's a complex. Okay, so let's get that. I don't know what's going on with my radio.
I don't know if it's got to do with that audio cable, maybe.
Maybe.
There we go, whatever, maybe did that adjust.
Yeah. Okay, so now what we're going to do is get that weather.
Executive Airport Information Yankee 165 through Zulu weather, wind 070 at 5, visibility 10. Sky clear, temperature 8, altimeter 3040. Visual approaching East, land runway 31 or runway 35. No disturbance. Pappy's runway 13 out of service. Advise us to contact you have Yankee.
It's a Yankee over there.
Executive airport information Yankee 16530 Zulu weather. Wind 0705. Visibility 10. Sky clear, temperature 8, dew point -3, altimeter 3040. Visual
3040 on the altimeter.
Alright, 245 for Echo. Just continue to fly heading 160.
3160 on that for 2.
Alright, 2454 for Echo, turn left, heading 090.
090, 205 for Echo.
And let's go ahead and
Midway traffic, gate
contact the tower and request the practice approach.
West, inbound, traffic goes runway 36.
What's your altitude?
Yeah, sorry. What would I say my location is to him?
You can just let him know that we're to the southwest of Nipchi and request the practice ILS 31.
Dallas Executive Tower, Cessna 245 for Echo. We're just southwest of Mitchie at 3000. Request the practice ILS runway 31. We have Yankee.
November 245 for Echo, Executive Tower, squawk 0450, and how will the approach terminate?
It'll be visual back over to Grand Prairie.
I'll be visual back over to Grand Prairie for 245 for Echo.
November 54 Echo, Roger, maintain VFR, make straight in runway 31.
We'll maintain VFR straight in for 31, 245 for Echo.
Hey, 245 for Echo, you are cleared direct Nipchi.
Clear direct Nipchi 245 for Echo. So watch from altitude, turn to the course. At 3.7 miles from Nipchi, it says. There's the course. You can kind of see it on here where we are. On the plate here you can see that as well. Would this be an ILS? Do I have to turn it at some point before the final approach fix to that? Right?
Yep, you would have to, for sure.
To the OBS? Or CDI?
Yep.
CDI needle, right?
Yep, yeah, CDI.
Exeter Tower, Archer 450 Charlie Alpha, 11 miles to the south. Inbound touch and goes with information Yankee. Archer 450 Charlie Alpha, Executive Tower, squawk 0442. Squawk 0442, 450 Charlie Alpha. Terminal 588 November Delta, just maintain east of the final for 31.
Oh, we're at 3,000. Once we get to Nipchi, we can descend out to 2,200. We're currently 1.2 miles away. Okay, just make sure we hold altitude, watching the course. A little bit of it. It's funny how you feel those kind of pushes in the aircraft.
Uh-huh.
Alright. Alright, and then we've got temperatures, pressures all on the green. Let's go ahead and get set up for landing before it gets too busy, so let's get our landing lights.
Archer 450 Charlie Alpha, flight east for straight in,
Which is full
runway
rich,
31.
fuels on both, flaps are up at the moment.
Straight in, runway 31, 450 Charlie Alpha. Archer 450 Charlie Alpha, just flight eastbound for now. Flight eastbound for now, 450 Charlie Alpha.
Alright, so it's telling us now to turn up on the top here to Nivchi. Get on that course, then we'll begin our descent. Bug, actually. This way. Because I know we're talking to them. Am I cleared for the approach?
Yep, yeah,
Okay.
we just got to maintain VFR.
I meant with you as far as how which.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Okay,
Yeah,
alright.
you're clear for the approach.
Alright, just want to make sure. So we'll start that descent down now. The 2,200, so we'll start our altitude as well. Oops. So we'll fly this. A bit more power out to slow down. There we go, that's nice. The day after we flew, man, we did those holds. My calves were killing me. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I was just like tense on rudders or something, but I'm gonna get this course back. 2005 to 2002. This is coming back. There's our altitude. Right, so we just need to fly a little bit to the right of that. Watching altitude, we are low, we don't want to be low. 2.8 miles from the final approach fix.
Archer 450 Charlie Alpha, you can turn northbound intercept.
Oh, you said before the final approach because I have to change.
Turning to 31, 405 Charlie Alpha.
Equalizer.
450 Charlie Alpha.
Do you notice anything weird about that?
Yeah, there's no, what's the glide slope? It's on there, okay. Is that all set up correctly or am I missing something?
What about your CDI needle?
Oh, you're going to change that too, okay.
You changed it. It's just for some reason nav1's not working.
Oh, so I have to use nav2.
So you have to use nav2.
Oh, okay. That's good. Still 1.4 miles. We're watching that glide slope too, watching our altitude, watching our course. Yeah, she hasn't told us to report anything, but I'm going to report the final approach fix to her anyway.
Yep, you can. And she may ask what you want to do, and you can tell her we'll do a touch and go and then visual over to Grand Prairie.
That's good. That's the course coming back in. Altitude's good. Minimums have been set to 860. 5 miles here, so there's one, so let's pull some power. About 1850 gave descent there. I want to descend just yet, I wanted to slow down, get the in. There we go, now we can start. A bit high in those flaps, they bumped it up. Non-executive tower 2545 Echo, we're just across the final approach fix for the ILS 31 practice approach. We're a bit high.
November 2454 Echo, wind calm, runway 31, clear touch and go.
31 cleared touch and go, 2454 Echo.
Alright, she's already given us.
Yep.
High, so let's fix that. Power, got that nose down. Is you watching the course? I went a little bit off on the course. Outward descending. Just didn't have enough power, I guess. It's not snake here because the ILS gets more sensitive the closer and closer we. So I've got a little bit of intercept here, but I can see the wind isn't that far off. So glide slope is almost back. It's 19 knots. There's the glide slope. Let's watch that descent rate. Watch that course. I'm gonna overshoot it again and snake. Descending, so let's descend again. Full changes as this gets more and more sensitive. Of course, it's going a little bit to the left, so let's just track that a little bit. It's slope a little bit high still. We're just making small adjustments at this point unless we get way off. Alright, back on course. 1380 for 8. But this way, so I need a bit of a right turn in.
Archer 450 Charlie Alpha, runway 31, clear touch and go, non-contact left traffic. Runway 31, clear for touch and go, left traffic 450 Charlie Alpha.
Now we're low. Speed. Alright, 100 feet to go. A little bit low.
Alright, go visual.
Visual. Runway's in sight on the glide slope. Slow it down a little bit. Can I get that second notch flaps in?
Minimums.
Minimums. Clear us to land. So weird after being under there for so long to like...
to be visual?
Ow, much. I'm a bit high, so I'm just going to dump the power here. That's a displaced threshold, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Don't need any more power here. Your runway too, so I have some of those illusions now. Oh, dang it. I did do it. Flaps up, clear touch and go, heels to the ground, and applying power. Get that speed so we get that altitude since this is the most sketchiest phase of flight.
TIS not available.
Information Zulu is current, altimeter 3039.
We want to take a left turn here at some point.
And tower 245 for Echo, request turn out to 270.
November 245 for Echo, are you going back to Grand Prairie?
Yes, ma'am, we are.
November 245 for Echo, left turn approved, and frequency change approved, say flight.
Alright, left turn approved, frequency change approved, 245 for Echo. Thanks for letting us stop by today.
Of course, have a good day.
Alright, you can just level at 2,000.
That's what I was going to do, yeah.
Executive Tower, Archer 409 Charlie Alpha, 11 miles out to the south, inbound for full stop. With information, Yankee.
Sonata dew point -4 out.
Archer 409.
Visual approaching, use landing bar runway 36, advised owners contact of information Sierra.
information, Sierra time 17500 Zulu, wind calm, sky condition better than 5,005, temperature not a dew point -4 at 23042. Visual approaching, use landing bar runway 36, advised on this. Here.
Grand Prairie Tower, Skyhawk 2454 Echo is just off Executive, westbound, just north of I-20. We've got information, Sierra. I'd like to do a full stop.
Skyhawk 2454 Echo, roger, continue along I-20, report a 3-mile base.
All right, continue along I-20, report 3-mile base, 2454 Echo. Yep, so we'll just continue right along I-20.
5 Sierra Papa is over the marina.
Okay.
5 Sierra Papa, runway 36, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 36565 Sierra Papa.
Right, I think we should all be set up for landing anyway, because landing lights are all still on, mixer's full rich, fuel's on both. And we'll just follow 20 and then right base into 36, right? Which I can already see the runway.
Yep.
Alright. Yeah, I think it's busy there. Certainly felt sloppier today. I don't know what it was about. I don't know if I was fighting the plane. I felt like I was kind of doing this a lot.
A lot of over controlling.
Yeah, for sure.
Both with altitudes, headings. You know, of course. I think you noticed it. You saw it. You know, we were doing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
A lot of that. A lot of snaking back and forth across courses.
How are we doing for time?
We're doing all right. We're right at noon.
Number 2, following traffic on a 2-mile final, runway 36, clear to land.
All right, number 2, following the traffic on the 2-mile final, 2454 Echo.
What we'll do here is we'll start dropping down to Patton altitude, eh?
Yeah, you can go ahead and start that descent, 1400. Mile final, they should be just south of I-20. It's probably that one right there, getting ready to cross I-20, so we'll be looking for them. Those are the ones we're following.
Put things down a little bit to head down. I just slow it down a little bit here anyway.
Let's see, they should be out right off our nose. Don't let it descend anymore just yet. And stay out of here over 20. Just until we see them. They should be right over. Oh, I've got them in sight. Okay, no fact. Crossing over the airport property right now, getting ready to touch down.
Okay, perfect.
And they're touching down right about now.
I see.
Perfect.
Alright, I'm gonna get a notch of flat. Want us to report this right base for him?
No, he already cleared us to land, number 2.
Okay. That's why you're looking for that traffic so much.
Yeah.
Five Sierra Papa, taxi park, monitoring ground.
Taxiing the parking, monitoring ground 565 Sierra Papa.
If they were late too. Driving on that road in a minute.
Minimums.
But low. As I'm
2454 Echo Tower, right turn, taxi Park Monitor Ground.
Right turn, then we'll taxi Monitor Ground 245 for Echo.